Hello everyone, welcome back. Okay, so on this video we're gonna do the whole healing process, and on this healing process we're gonna go to the past, which is when was the first time that feeling happened to you, and then we're also gonna go into the future. We're gonna talk to the future version of ourselves that is fully living the affirmation or the thing that we really want in life. Okay, so the question that we ended the last video was, when was the first time you felt that feeling? So let's say you're going through this process, and then that block, that limiting belief, is still keeps hitting you up in the face and keep telling you that you can't be that affirmation, that you can't be that person that you're trying to be right now, and you're going to continue to have those negative patterns. That's a lie, first of all, but is your current truth, is your current belief system that this is how your life is going to be or will always be, and there's nothing you can do. So by doing this process, we're going to clear that up, okay, and heal that part of ourselves if you want to. This is another important thing too, okay? To be able to do this process, you have to really want to remove those negative patterns and want to change your life. If not, I mean, none of this is really gonna work. So you have to recognize what we want. This is why we do the process by the less negative thing that happened, because the less negative thing that happened makes you want to like change things as soon as possible, right? So it was gonna make this whole process much easier by going that way. So the question was, when was the first time you felt that way? And when you ask yourself that question, you might go back in time and feel and have some memory from your childhood or something that happened at that time. And what we're gonna do here, this is a very important step, okay? We're going to talk to that version of ourselves. Yes, it happened in the past, but it's still strongly in our memory. And with the power of our imagination, we can go back in time and talk to that version of ourselves and in a way soothe them and help them not to feel that way or that bad for our, for the rest of their lives. So whatever situation that you have had that happened in the past, I want you to go back there as with the vision and the understanding that you have now as a grown-up adult, and understanding the circumstances without blaming anybody, and understanding like I remember one of the times when I did this, when I think I felt something about that I felt all alone. And then when I went back in time, like when was the first time that I felt all alone, I remember that it was one time in kindergarten when my parents just took long to pick me up. So they were late and I was the last kid on the playground all alone, and that was the first time in my life that I felt all alone. So I had to picture myself as my teacher coming to me on the playground and saying to myself, and this is the beautiful thing about it, because you cannot just say, hey, your parents gonna be here soon, don't worry, because that's not gonna help you heal it. You're the only person that knows what you should say to that young version of you that's really gonna help you heal and feel at peace with the situation. So if I felt alone in kindergarten because my parents took too long to pick me up, my teacher, in my mind, what my teacher came and said to me was, don't worry, your parents love you very much and they want to be with you, because I think that was like, nobody wants to be with me, right? But they just got stuck in traffic and they just calculated the time they were going to get here wrong, and there has nothing to do with you, and they will be here soon, and they all love you very much. And so those are one of the things that I had to say to myself, to my younger version of self, when I felt all alone for the very first time, simply because my parents just took too long to pick me up from school, and that's what caused me to feel that I was all alone. And ever since then, that hasn't been an issue anymore. Even if I'm alone, I never feel all alone. I just choose to be alone. If I want to hang out with people, I know I have choices. So it's different now. My perspective is different. So anything that takes you, when you ask that question, when was the first time that you felt that way? you have to go back there in time as this adult, more mature version of you, knowing what to say to help you feel better. That is one of the most powerful tools that I have found in my life to heal things from the past. Because when you heal a feeling that you had when you were a child, that feeling is still running on you today. And when you heal that from that time, it automatically heals this current version of you as well. And as that clears, your mind clears, you see things differently, you start acting and talking differently. This is really the most powerful tool that I have found. But as you can see, you have to first find what is your affirmation from the last negative thing that happened, so it's really clear in your mind right now. Then you have to give yourself permission to feel it, and then you need to give yourself permission to visualize it. And when you build it up in that way, it's very easy for you to go back in time and heal that younger version of yourself that probably went through some type of trauma that caused you to live life on the way you're living right now. And by clearing that, the next step is going to be much easier for you to follow, because now we're going to go to the future version of us. Now, we all know that we all going to grow and there's years to come, and even though you're a specific age right now, 5 years from now you're going to be 5 years older, right? So as we know that there's a future in our lives, now that we clear this negative belief and we clear all this negativity or all those things that were dictating how we were living our lives, it's going to be easy for us to believe that our future is gonna have that affirmation that we so much want right now, and we're gonna be clear and free from any negativity or negative belief that was stopping us before. So from here, I want you to pick a place in time in the future that you're gonna have a conversation with yourself. Yes, you're gonna go into the future and have a conversation with yourself. So let's say, for example, one of the times I chose to have a conversation with myself from the future, I knew I was going to live in a different place. Actually, for me to do this video, I really wanted to have my own space, my own room. So in the future, which is right now, I have my own room, my own space where I'm able to do the video. So, well, it's kind of hard for me to explain this process as in on the future for me, because this is what I'm experiencing right now. But let's say, for example, that the future was that with you in a happy relationship. So you're gonna have a conversation with yourself in the future in this new house that you're sharing with this person that you're in love with, and you're gonna ask that person, hey, so you're gonna, I don't know, maybe on the kitchen, on the living room, somewhere on the couch, you're gonna sit down and you're gonna see in your imagination that future version of yourself that is incredibly happy, where is living the life that you always wanted to live, that is living mainly that affirmation. We can start with just the affirmation, and then maybe let's say the affirmation was a happy relationship. So you ask that person, hi, how does it feel to be you? How does it feel to be a person that no longer has those limiting beliefs? And how does it feel to be you, which is yourself in the future? How does it feel to be you living life this way? And at this moment, I want you to just pause and feel the answer. You need to feel the answer right here. So the future version of yourself might say, it feels amazing, it feels so peaceful, it feels like I can always have somebody that I can trust, and I can share things, and I can share my life, and we're making plans for the future, whatever it might be, right? Same thing with me right now. It feels great to be able to actually express my ideas and my words and be able to put it all out into a video where it could probably benefit so many people in the world. So that's how it feels like, and that's how it is to talk to that future version of you. This is a very powerful healing process. And here, if anybody ever heard about neuro-linguistic programming, NLP, we are going to do anchoring. So when they say to you, this is how I feel, it feels amazing, and I'll say, can I feel that way as well? Can you transfer me that emotion? There's two ways that you can do this. You can ask that future version of yourself to step into their own bodies, like, can I step into your body and feel what it feels like? Or you can ask them permission to send that energy to you so you can feel it and vibrate that in your own body. So this is very powerful. So what we're going to do on this process of seeing yourself in the future is that you're going to vibrate like that vibration of living life fully this way, and then you're gonna anchor this feeling. So you can either use, like, you can pinch your fingers like this, or or you can like hold your hands. Like, there's many different ways that you can anchor. So here you're gonna pick something. Like, you can just do this every time I pinch my finger like this. I'm gonna remember this future version of myself living this life as she's living right now, where she's fully happy and expressing herself or doing the things that her affirmation, says that she wanted to do. So you're gonna anchor it. So here, those two tools right now, going back into the past and going back into the future, is one of the most powerful healing tools that I have found in my life, and has helped me, and I feel like it can help so many other people. So I hope you can share this if you need with other people as well, and use this as much as possible, and make this process a habit, because you are the only person that has the answers to find out where was the problem, and has the answers to be able to say the right things that's gonna clear the younger version of you, and that clear that current version of you from talking to the future version of you. I cannot give you the words that's going to be said. Only you can give yourself the words that's going to be said. So from here, we're going to go to the very next and final step, which is action. But as I explained it to you before, after you go through this whole process, the next step, which is take action, is going to be effortless, and it's going to be a joy to do it. And here is how we're going to do it. I'll see you on the next video.